There we go. We are live. Hello, lovelies. Yeah, I'm gonna work on the Twisted Fairy Tale story that I haven't been able to get onto, which is a shame because I actually really enjoy the story. And it's been set at like 2 pages done for a while now. And we gotta get it done. And from the quails. 1. And where's number 2? There it is. Brush. There we go. There we are. No, the StreamYard link is in the description. Feel free to join, hang out, you know. I should have a little thing extra here where I can, yeah, that'll come around. Oh, that ain't good. What is that? Yeah. Hey, Graphic Goose. Hope you're good. And welcome to the studio. Oh, sweet. Well, if you want to hang out, just, you know, join the link. Or, you know, just hang out. Either way is fine. But yeah, we're finally back on this because, oh my god, Love from Korra has been taking everything out of me. Okay, that doesn't work either. Where can I put my ink thingy that it's nearby? I don't really want to keep it in my hand, but that seems to be a solution for now. I'm gonna have to find something I can do with that. Yeah, okay. But yeah, Love and Korra is now in demand. Super happy about that. Like, the support has been epic. 2,524 euros. I mean, holy crap. Yeah, well. Oh, my head is in view. I shouldn't have that. I'm still getting used to this setup, so sorry about that. Like, this is the first time I'm live streaming towards my desk. Oh man, thank you. That really means a lot. Like if you um, it's a very easy way to get into comics for sure. You know, and seeing how I make very Franco-Belgian comics, you know, classic stuff. It's more than superheroes, you know. It's really not superheroes at all. But you don't always need superheroes. And that is what the American market has been mainly flooded by, so. I really want to finish this story quickly so I can work on Love and Korra 5. I started storyboarding yesterday. The proof prints are out to the printer. I made the order yesterday as well, so they're currently being printed. They should come in later this week. Yeah, really. Also, there's a new creator in CG, well, in comics in general, really. Marv, who is doing the Sin Killer on Indiegogo right now. And it looks epic. I've helped him a lot getting the campaign to work. Oh, hey, it's a Jake. Let me add you to the stream, buddy.
Hi, Mike.
I know I smoke that much, but trust me, that secondhand smoking ain't that bad.
All these fucking smoke particles, dude. You gotta calm the fuck down, bro. So, anyways, how's it going?
Getting work done finally. Love and Korra is now in demand.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so we closed the campaign with 39 backers, 2,524 euros, and I finally finished page 3 for the Twisted Fairy Tales. So I penciled it, and now it's time to actually ink it.
Well, you're putting me in a weird spot here because I'm self-admittedly I'm far behind. It's official. I am like late. I was promising to do at least 3 to 6 pages before I moved, but I didn't summon the strength to do that. So yeah, fucked up
Yeah.
majorly there.
Well, I mean, it is hard. Like my side job had been eating me a lot. You know, I had to focus on Love and Cora, crowdfunding and everything, and I just didn't get around to it either. So, like, I'm glad I can finally catch up a bit. But yeah, I'm behind too. Trust me.
Yeah, I hope that the both of us can at least get over the what's it called again? I don't remember. I'm
Well,
running on 4 hours of sleep.
you too, huh?
Yeah.
Oh man, I went to bed at 5 a.m.
Oh man.
and then
It was around that time too. Yeah, I think last night.
and so because I was doing the last shows for Love and Cora, you know, and
Yeah.
um yeah, I woke up at like 11 after having my cat wake me up every 2 hours as well. So yeah, I feel like shit, and I've had pretty much the same thing all fucking weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I woke up, and then Marvy, who launched the Sim Killer yesterday, go check it out on Salami Go. If you like horror and dark stuff, this like his comic is for you, and it looks epic. But I was helping him out with that a lot, and I woke up, and he was like, "Dude, please, when I wake up, please call me. I'm panicking." I'm like, "Uh-oh," because he miscalculated.
Oh no.
Well, in the positive way, like he thought he was going to lose money where he wasn't. So I had to set things straight, you know, make a Google spreadsheet for him going, okay, so what are your ins? What are your outs? You know, you're going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
So that was an hour with my morning coffee trying to settle someone down. You know, and yeah, I'm glad I could manage to get him to take a nap. Because I thought I had little sleep. No, he was like if he got 2 hours of sleep a night the last week working on this thing, then it was a lot.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I can definitely feel for it. And considering Marvy is also a traditional artist, he's got he's got like an up climb, like an uphill, to really get over with the length of and the brevity of Saint Killer as well. So I can understand
Yeah.
that he's like stressed out that he had to like balance both being in the creative seat and in the marketing division.
Yeah, well, we're helping him out, you know, and he's got a lot of support from Indie Vault.
Yeah.
But yeah, we he's live now. Like we launched during the Sunday Funnies yesterday.
Yeah, I peeked at it like for a split second before I hopped over to like a CG UK stream on Wise Guys, but
Yeah,
yeah.
that's fine. But yeah, he's doing pretty good. I'm happy for him, you know, and the comic looks awesome. Let's be honest.
I'm looking forward to it and possibly see if there's a second interview that Lucifer Storm whenever he's like wrapping up Lady Satan and
Yeah,
a little bit of that Ed Gein comic that he's working with, that he can like interview Marby again.
yeah, that would be nice. I mean, but yeah, Lucifer is just swamped right now.
Yeah, he's been like on a social media detox and just like crammed.
Yeah,
Which what we should be doing, but considering that we need to like we got a lot of stuff in our minds and not
yeah,
enough time to expunge it all out. I get like 3 of our deadlines. I have to pull. I got one
Oof.
for Sunday. I haven't even started on that one yet, so I'm gonna have to like hustle through that all week. And
Oh
there's like
man.
the end of July, and then there's the 9th of August. I gotta write like a 20-page comic within the week. So
Oof.
yeah, I got a lot of shit on my plate, on top of like IRL. But I
Yeah.
can't complain. That's like the curse, really, being like an independent like
Oh
comics team.
yes.
Just you can't like have anyone service you or like be of assistance. I mean, you could hire people, but it comes out of your own pocket. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I like. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad I can do the pencils for myself. But yeah, I got my colorist that has to be paid. I got my writers. Well, they get royalties, but still, it's a lot of work. It's not easy, and people forget that you got to be a special kind of masochist to be a comic creator.
yeah. I'm glad I got my sexual lenience or like leniencies mixed into the whole thing. So it feels great, really, being both the sadist and masochist.
Well, yeah, like I'm a massive masochist when it comes to work. I'm definitely a workaholic,
Yeah.
but yeah, I have to really whatchamacallit, stop myself from killing myself once in a while. And that's why I was so lazy, well, so easy on the Twisted Fairy Tales,
Hmm.
because I had to put together my studio, which we're working from right now. And yeah, my side job needed me 5 days last week.
Yeah.
And then,
I can take a toll.
yeah, and then, I was putting together my studio, and I had Love from Cora, and so many things at once. And I'm going to be working 5 days this week as well. Like, I'm free today, but tomorrow till Saturday, I'm going to be working my side job again.
Hmm.
And I'm not looking forward to it. Oh my God. Because on those days, I don't draw, because that way burnout lies.
Yeah, or crashing.
Yeah.
Have you like let's touch on that for a little second.
Yeah.
When you say that you can like draw, do you like work on a comic like 24/7? Is it in like in your mind that you're like sort of like shift into like different gears into not only creation but also worry about like statistics, marketing, and all that stuff. It all like
Oh yeah.
it's central to like the comic, but you're going through like all the positions throughout the day in your mind.
Yeah. Like when I wake up, usually, the first 2 to 4 hours I want to spend on art. Fully.
Hmm.
Then usually around like I usually wake up between 6 and 7 in the morning. I'm really an early bird, and then I start around 12. I'll take breakfast. I'm a very late eater.
Hmm.
Um, but I start working on like take my breakfast, look for something to watch, on YouTube, or I'll see if there's a show live. Then usually the afternoon I spend on marketing and talking to folks.
Hmm.
And then
That's
um,
your day spent.
no. Like around 2 p.m. I'll start working on art again. If
Hmm.
if I didn't reach my daily quota, and usually I do, within the first couple of hours, because that's my focus time. So I just put on music and I rush.
Oh yeah.
And then in the evenings, it's just relaxing most of the time. And I go to bed early, usually between 8 and 9, unless I have a show to do later. Because I'm an early bird. And if I wake up too late, I just don't feel like doing anything. So me inking right now is like really pushing my boundaries because I woke up at 11. But I have to get this done, you know. The main thing that I care about is keeping the promises that I make.
Yeah.
You know, you got to be reliable, and that means on all accounts. And you know, I expect people to like. I expect that I can rely on people, so they should be able to rely on me as well. And there are times where I have to ask a lot of someone, but that doesn't mean that I will not do the same, you know, if they ask the same from me. Because, you know, soon I want to be bi-monthly with Love and Cora. That means that I'm going to have to ask 16 pages from my colorist, you know, and the new script from my writers every 2 months. So that means that I have to make 16 pages a month, you know, and edit probably 2 scripts every month and everything like that. But, you know, they can rely on me, so I can rely on them. And whether that's a small little anthology like this or, you know, a gigantic work and project like La Ancora, reliability is everything to me.
Yeah, because it rides on your ass at the end of the day as well, and it's a huge like responsibility that you're taking on yourself in wanting to like lead your vision. I'm sorry, I just gotta like close my window because there's like this asshole that is in his garage like revving his engines.
I'm not hearing any of it, but sure. Oh, there it is. Fuck that guy.
I can't just wait for the winters because then everything here around here will become silent, like deathly silent.
Nice.
It's worse the summers because there's like parties in the at night and
oh yeah,
screaming kids around with like boats and shit, and I'm like, dog, I can't deal with that shit. So
yeah. I mean, I live right behind the playground, like, and the apartment building that I'm in has one directly across it with the playground in between. So the echo and the noise can be truly deafening from the kids. You know, I don't mind, but there are others that absolutely hate it. And yeah, sometimes I just gotta close my window when I'm on the show as well. But you know, life happens. You know, I'm not gonna be too worried about it.
Yeah. It comes into like the topic like concentration. Do you feel like confined or at least like comfortable with the noise level around you?
Oh yeah, no, I have no issues with it. You know, I don't mind hearing kids playing. You know, and knowing that they're perfectly safe. You know, there's no roads between the buildings. Like it's really just a square with a playground on it. And you know, people are keeping an eye out, and it's a very safe place. And the kids are having fun. Like, why would I try and take away their fun?
Well, I think also in like in the general principle, if there's like, if we get like easily distracted.
Oh no, I mean I get easily distracted, no problem, but that doesn't mean that I let it bother me. You know, like I'll do like 10 things at a time anyway. So yeah, it doesn't make all that much difference.
I can't relate to that at all. But that's due to my diagnosis, though. So I'm chalking up to that being core problem.
Yeah, well, you know, no judgment. Nobody like yeah, it can be annoying, sure. Like yes, I can be easily distracted, and but I also taught myself to just close myself off.
Yeah, I think I work best, like perform best, is when I'm like at night, because then there's like
Yeah.
silence, but at the same time, I'm also more like perked up to do or commit more work through that period. But I do have like my like uh, graces when it comes to like daytime work. Well, I had one
Yeah.
yesterday. There was no one in the house. There was just silence everywhere, except for like the
Hmm.
sea and the wind. But generally, it was just like me and Deus Ex soundtrack. You got to play that UNATCO theme
Oh yeah.
to get me working at least. It's that is my working music, especially when it comes to like typing. It, so I managed to like pump out I think 70% of what was initially promised of the 20 page script. And I'm like, yes,
Sweet.
finally. I've been racking myself for not having written that shit for 3 months, and now I finally get it out.
Well, you got to keep in mind, like, yeah, you were in the middle of a move. And trust me, like, as a mover, I know how much work that is. You know.
Oh, it's not my first time. Like, no, not the first time, but it's like I think I've moved around like 27 times now.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm really experienced with it, but this was like the first move that really got me
Mm.
on a deep level. That's like when all the senses are overshot.
Yeah.
Um, so like one of the people on YouTube who's
Hmm.
like a major autist advocate for like understanding autistic people.
Hmm.
He related best, saying that people that have autism got like several channels
Yeah.
on simultaneously in their head, and they can't shut it down. And when every sense is like overwhelmed, especially due to
Hmm.
stress, the brain shuts down and you can't decide shit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what it comes down to. I mean, yeah.
So I'm literally like walking around and having like no control whatsoever. I feel like I need to point out some things, or I need to like be directed in order to like do. But
Yeah.
damn, I've never felt out of place and out of like lost for a lot of things. It's like
Hmm.
when you build up a life for like 5 years being independent and all that stuff. It sucks like to see that being ripped underneath from you.
Well, like um, it's not just one thing. It's having multiple jobs to do. With
Oh yeah.
comics, and then you gotta move, so you gotta organize everything, and everything is in shambles. And it's a mess inside because nobody can move without it turning into a gigantic mess.
Yeah, not only was like the short term
Hmm.
stuff that had like an immediate impact, but also like the long term thinking. In that,
Yeah.
I think both like long term and short term at the same time, and I never like get a conclusive like concrete
Mhm.
like roadmap down. And I was like in a limbo where I had to either go to still continue university even
Hmm.
after having moving, or being like completely done with it. So I was just like waiting for that one grade to kick in,
Yeah.
or else I would have to like retake the whole subject in like the
Oof.
in like August, September, and it would be suck. Hold on.
Oh, man, this comic just reminds me that I suck at drawing people.
What now?
This comic just reminds me that I suck at drawing people. Yeah.
No, you don't suck. You just chalk it up to experimenting. Don't
Yes.
just don't say that. Don't say it's style. I got a whole other can of worms when it comes to that problem.
Let me show you my first people, like comic with people in it. Yeah, it's awkward.
Actually, they're not far away from like the sketches that you've done or shown previously on streams.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, I
Uh,
should continue on this, or I should drop it entirely. But yeah, um, Infinite Guardian is a fun story, but I'm too busy on Laugh and Korra, and it's not really paying enough for me to qualify my time.
mm-hmm.
You know, so it's been on hiatus on chapter 3 for the last like year, even longer.
But you're likely to admit that Life on Korra gives you more of like a self-fulfilling satisfaction in the sense that it's more pertained into like your peculiar interests. While as
Yes.
for that project, it might be a little bit of a trying to find your voice type of deal.
Yeah, it kind of was. You know, it's the third comic I was working on. Um, and well, I do like the story. It's a lot of editing that needs to be done. You
Oh yeah.
know, and the writer is not bad, but he's not too great either. Not to bash him or anything, but you know, and I'm technically the third artist working on this comic, and it's been um, yeah, he's fun to work with, but it's such a long lasting story. You know, it's full for manga format pretty much, and
Yeah, I
I
can.
cannot, you know, focus on something for that long.
Yeah, that's in the that's a long game, and I've been like thinking about the whole. So I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I really hate the whole like U.S. versus manga topic thing that's been going around.
Yeah.
But because I levied my grievances when it came to like the creator of Luminous Vox, Jose
Mhm.
Garcia, on Twitter yesterday about certain like aspects of manga, and
Yeah.
then there was like this the complete overshadowing of wanting to incorporate manga into indie comics. That
Yeah.
is in of itself a not a realistic outlook unless you have like a solid structure built around you to
Yeah.
fully cement yourself and fully like engross yourself on a daily basis because that shit is like slave labor
Yeah, I know
slave
it
labor
is.
light.
You know, and like deep respect for webcomic artists on that regard because they will spend years on one story, you know, and going for weekly episodes that I'm like, holy crap, how do you keep up? You know,
Yeah,
I need to be able to see the end of it, or I'm just gonna
it,
die.
it pays out when they also like go with the route of buffering with a lot of the content on the way too to
Yeah, of
get ahead of
course.
schedule. But all of these strategies, especially like for one web comic that I've been reading, Devil's Candy, it's paying out now because it's getting a release now in English through
Yeah.
Viz Media by all people.
Well,
So
I mean, you've probably seen me talk to Nina
yeah,
Eberlein.
hmm
You know, she's been doing the thing for 3 years now, and I'm like, holy crap, you know. I'm so done with a story after 32 pages, you know. Like I wanna see the new thing, and maybe you know that makes me very ADHD, but I don't fucking care.
no,
Um,
I think it could be like a comfort, like a format comfort that you like to write up a story
oh yeah,
and just like have it conclude rather than to spend forever. It's
yeah,
it's a test of your own patience as a creator, I would say.
it
Um,
is, it is.
I wouldn't shy away from doing like 2-pager strip, 4-pager, 8-pager, whatever size. It's just a matter of like how much time can I uh, allocate to it, and how will the content reflect on that.
Yeah, and like improving in your art is one thing, but I like the shorter format. I like to be able to just pick up a comic and read it in an hour.
Yeah,
Without having to have a cliffhanger every single week.
yeah, I can see that being an issue. Yeah, no pun intended there.
Yeah, but yeah, it's um. Oh man, I'm fucking up this hand so hard.
You could fix it in post. Fix it in post.
Pretty much, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I've done worse.
It brings me a little bit back to like see the sheep now, because I was doing sheeps on a comic last year,
Hmm.
and it was really fun, like illustrating animals. 'Cause
Yeah,
I've never been good at doing that, and especially humans. But sheep are great animals.
yeah, they are. Long-lived sheep. You know, just keep them away from New Zealanders and Scottish.
And Norwegians, because we make terrible fucking dishes out of them. Holy fuck!
Yeah.
I swear, I swear to you. Like, you think haggis is bad? No. Uh, you never had sheep's head and sheep tongue and sheep eyeballs.
Yeah. Well, food is food. I mean, to an extent.
I imagine like being like the same. It's strange like to hear that Chinese people eat bats or like other animals in like a cooked soup, but then you look at your own culture and then you can definitely find that being a thing too.
Yeah.
It's just foreign, or just like
Yeah.
uh, exotic cuisines that haven't really like catched on because of it's a like natural to them or like culturally tied to them. It doesn't phase them.
Yeah. No, but that's really what it is. I mean, the Dutch people don't have any cuisine when it comes down to it. We have potatoes um, with vegetables and a piece of meat. That is the most Dutch thing you're gonna find. And everything boiled if it comes down to it. So yeah, anyone who goes to the Netherlands and they're like, "Hey, what's a typical Dutch thing?" and then they get it, and they're like, "What kind of bland fucking shit is this?" Because it is. I fully admit it. We completely rely on international food.
Well, I do read here herring or a Hollands Nieuwe. Nieuwe?
Yeah, salted herring.
Yeah, salted herring.
Trust me, I'm not a fan. I like pickled herring though.
Mm-hmm.
Sour herring. But yeah, salted herring is really not that all that great in my opinion.
What is? Oh, I think I see the season now. Okay.
Hmm?
No, I saw a season. Hagelslag.
Huggle smug? Wait.
Hagelslag. I have no fucking clue.
Okay, can you type it out in this private chat?
Oh yeah.
Oh wait. Hagelslag.
Yeah.
Oh, they're chocolate sprinkles. And we put them on our sandwiches.
Okay.
I don't know why they called it that. It makes absolutely no sense. But no, they're just chocolate sprinkles.
I was looking at like food listings or like names for different cuisines like crochet or crochet, bitterballen.
Oh yeah, no, you actually pronounced that correctly. Bitterballen.
Bitterballen.
So they are they're ragu. I don't know if you know what that is.
I saw it on the chart that I read.
Yeah, so it's ragu, and they put it in breadcrumbs, and then they fry it. And it's the same for a croquette, or we like our fried foods.
Yeah, like frikandel
Frikandel, yeah.
or kasofel.
Kaas soufflé. So it's all cheese put in breadcrumbs as well, and then fried, and it's the best fucking thing in the world. I swear to God.
I think the Americans stole like the whole like fried meme away from the Dutch people, or just got exported and got
Yeah,
put on
no.
steroids.
Well, keep in mind, New York was New Amsterdam at some point,
That is true.
Dutch people don't like thinking about food.
Mhm.
Like we're very practical people, so the main thing that we do is like, do we have to think about how we make this? No? Awesome, let's fry it. So
that is like a complete like sacrilege against Italian culinary.
oh yeah,
spirits.
no. But yeah, we got fried foods, we got fish, and stroopwafels, of course.
Of course.
Yes, stroopwafels. Man,
With
trust me.
honey?
No, with syrup.
Oh, with syrup.
Um,
Sorry.
Stroop is literally the Dutch word for syrup.
Okay.
Uh,
Strop. Syrup.
well, it's sugar syrup. It's not like maple syrup or.
Oh yeah, I can go for sugar syrup rather than maple. But that's just like due to the thickness of it.
Yeah, like it's close to molasses or something,
Mhm.
you know. But yeah, it's good stuff. Especially if you get it fresh on the market. You can smell it. You can smell the sugar like on the other side of the square,
Mhm.
and you're like, oh my God, I can feel my teeth rattling just thinking about eating that.
But instead of eating that today, you're making comics.
Yeah. Because I don't have stroopwafels at home, and I don't feel like going to a market.
Yeah.
Not that there is any on Monday, but. What time is it? Oh, we've been only going 40 minutes.
Yeah.
50. That ain't too bad. We're halfway there.
I'm saving up the energy to write.
Ugh. No, I have to. So, yeah, I got to work on this. Laugh and Cora 5.
Ooh, sneak peek.
Yeah. No, like I got the last pages for Laugh and Cora 4 on Saturday. And yesterday I ordered the proof copies. So yeah, we're moving. We're moving hard.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm waiting for like a special delivery so that I can read Life in Court 3. Was it Life in Court 3?
If you got a free copy from Pops, then yes, it's Lava Corda 3.
Yeah, because it was the one with Octos.
Yes.
Yeah. That is the third one.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for like the for the Indie Volt Revolt.
Oh yeah. Marv actually asked Randy to get an extra copy so he can send me one. And I'm like, holy crap, yes, thank you! Thank you!
Yes.
Because he didn't ship to the European Union. Like, I didn't care about the shipping, I really
Wait a
don't.
second, I thought it was shipped worldwide. Like, there was two options that I saw. There was a worldwide shipping, and there was like a US and Canadian, like North American shipping.
Yeah, but that was a mistake from Randy. Because
Okay.
it was only meant to ship within the United States. and Canada.
Yeah, that was one of the options, but then there was like a worldwide option too, if I'm not mistaken.
Um,
I might have
I
to
think
look
the
that up.
worldwide one was a retail tier or something. That was a
No.
mistake. So he forgot to turn that off. I'm going to be right back. I need some extra coffee or I'm not going to be able to finish this page. Be right back.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll be checking up. Let's see. And this is special news while Mike is gone. Yes, Indie Wolf Revolt will continue, but in a magazine form for the direct market. Just so you know. Just so you know.
Oh. There you are. Let's go.
Arabia, if you still there, how's your how's your campaign coming along?
Let's go. You should shoot them out.
For people that are watching the replay, go out and check out Twisted Fairy Tales on Indiegogo. We got less than 20 days left of the campaign. It'll be ending on July 31st, and if we get on it right now, we'll be closer to unlocking the last stretch goal. And while you're waiting, in the meantime, when that is being shipped, you can check out on lulu.com AAA 9-volt anthology.
Yeah. Shelby is being very talkative again.
Yeah, I can hear that.
Yeah.
My bilingual has been shot to shit. I can't really speak English anymore. I've been surrounded by my mother tongue now, so now I feel like I'm like flaky whenever I speak. So I think I need to like self-impose a like an isolation. Just speak purely English all day.
Honestly, I don't notice it that much. You know, yeah, there's, you know, we're all gonna make non-native spelling, like talking errors, but who cares?
Slip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I've been out of tune for like at least a couple of weeks now, but it's slowly creeping back to me.
Yeah.
I usually get like really good, like I usually get really good at it when I listen to essays or at least like
Mhm.
read, because then I can like read and practice in my own like inner voice and things.
All right. Squeaky, are you going to join me on my lap? Hmm? Are you going to join me on my lap?
Squeaky's gonna join the table. Messed it up again.
Come on. I know you want to cuddle. You don't have to deny it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. See, there's Shelby. There's my little Squeaky. Little bundle of annoyance.
Hello, Nabito. I got like a cat here too, but he's rarely shown up. But he's like in and out, everywhere, on the lap, off the lap,
Yeah,
the whole tear down
Shelby's
to the
kind
kid.
of. Shelby likes to sit down next to me when I'm working, or just be on my lap and invade my personal space like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, you do. Hi.
Yeah, cats have a bad habit of picking up when owners are concentrating on something and then suddenly want to wreck everything because
Oh yes.
they crave attention any time of the day, any time of the day, like any place else. No, I don't reserve any time for you. But that particular fucking moment that you're sitting down and like starting to work, no, I gotta need a cuddle now. Come on, it's either that or sleep.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's my little baby.
So how is it like? Do you bring the cat like into the studio and then back home and then into the studio?
Oh no. The studio is just a room in my apartment.
Okay.
Because I used to have a roomie who would live in this room. You know, it's my own apartment, and um, he moved out like 5 months ago, and since then I've been turning this place into my personal man cave.
Man
But
cave.
of course, there is a certain kitty who will also always add a certain feminine touch. Because if I close that door, then I'm going to be hearing scratching all day, every day. But that's okay.
That sounds
I,
like
I, I like her around.
that's like a that sounds like a modern problem that requires a modern solution. A cat door.
Yeah, but I like the thing is because it's a higher, like it's a rented apartment.
Okay.
Um, it's
Johnny Cage. The studio belongs to the cat. Mike should be grateful he's allowed in it.
No, trust me. That's for my entire apartment. The studio is just part of that.
Okay. So it was like leasing by proxy by your roommate?
Yeah, he was living, he got his own apartment in a little village, like in the middle of nowhere. And he didn't see anyone anymore. And after like I had this apartment for a year, I was like, dude, just fucking move in. You know, you got to get out and then see people again.
And then
And
COVID happens.
well, no. He's like that was in 2016, so he's been living here for 5 years. And you know we came along fine, and it was all good. But you know, at some point he was like, "Yeah, I would like to have my own place again." And I was like, "Yeah, sure. You know, everyone deserves their own little spot." And he found a one-room apartment because housing is terrible in the Netherlands. And moved out like 5 months ago, and yeah, he's doing great there. So it's all good. Yeah, that's
Man,
fine.
go on.
No, I was mainly talking about like let's finally actually get back to work.
Man, the main man could have dropped by like later today. He didn't have to wake me up with comics in his hands. Fuck. I mean, I appreciate it. At least that he came to the door and delivered. But fuck. I don't know.
Let me see. I should get something like to hold up my comics, to hold up the page I'm working on a little further up because
Oh, you mean
it's
like a
really
clip?
low right now. Yeah, like a clip. My mom actually gave me some, but I haven't had the chance to screw it on. Not that I have screws in the house, but
If you go to like an art store and ask for like different like sizes of like paper clips, they should like come in like black, and then you got like two like suspender things that you like pull back. I don't remember what they're called, but those can be like great if you got like a flat surface that you're drawing on. But if it's thicker than like a centimeter, then it become like a problem. Then you need some kind of like screw attachment or magnet.
yeah, no, I got one of these.
Yeah,
So,
it's sort of like it sort of looks like that.
but yeah, I still gotta mount it. That's it.
Yeah.
I might just use double-sided tape. I don't know. Especially since like I don't have any spot to put down my little ink jar. So, I gotta pick it up, put it beside me again, and then hold up the page again. That is slowing the process, and I don't like that.
That can be a bit frustrating.
But then again, this is the first thing I'm inking here, so
When it comes to like the inking, do you like take just take a pick and then you start to like ink it out, or do you have like a process or steady process when you're going through the page?
I always like because I'm a lefty, I will always start on the right and work towards my hand, and because I'm okay, because I usually hold it like so, like below me, I will try to go from the bottom to the top as well.
Right.
And then it's doing the foreground first and the background afterwards. So it's always working in proper layers. And from there, it's just, naturally working my way through the page.
Yeah, because you're like working on the reverse method of like going. So it, from like from like a right hand. Sorry, from the right hand movement, it would have been starting from the top left and ending the inking process on the like corner,
Yeah.
like the right down corner, bottom corner of the right side.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I was wondering if like you were like constantly paying attention to like creasing and like spilling and shit.
No, not really. But then again, I mean, I've done so much of it already. Like, it's second nature. The worst I'll splat, I'll smudge and shit is when my cat comes around. And she will just put a paw somewhere on the page going, I don't like this. And then I gotta fix that and clean her paw.
Well, she just want to have a little bit of a bean on the page,
It makes sense, but I don't want her to have ink poisoning.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was thinking of like in the there's like a technique from this book called rendering in pen and ink. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I've heard about it. I don't have that many art books at home. I should get more.
Yeah, that is like a solid introduction into how like do inks, traditional inks. Arthur Guptill, and he introduces like this technique that you're smudging. when you're doing like shadows, you smudge
Yeah,
with your finger and all that. So I was
yeah.
thinking of like the same thing with the cat. It would have been like funny.
Hold on, let me just smudge you. Now,
Let
smudge
me
over
dip your
here.
paw. Put it right there.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just like I really like the clean line method, from the early 50s
Yeah,
European comics.
clearling,
Sorry?
clearling.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't remember. It's like the Danton style.
yeah, the Tintin style and Suske and Wiske and Asterix, the very classic Franco-Belgian style. Like people will look at it and like, oh yeah, that's Franco-Belgian.
Yeah.
And
Is it clearlier? Clearlier. It's some Franco-Belgian like word.
yeah, it's
That whole
it's
like movement in itself.
yeah, but yeah, you can see the influences, but that also makes it fun.
Yeah.
I don't think I've advertised this on Facebook yet. I should. Actually,
I
I
don't
think.
have one, so I can't.
Yeah, I talked to a lot of comic creators there, and I post in a lot of groups, and that helps.
It seems like that is the most like popular platform into not only sharing and exchanging contact information and like basic information,
Yeah,
but the most like preferred method. I don't know why, but it seems like to be the rule.
yeah, it's like Facebook groups are great for sharing your stuff. Like I rarely put a personal post on Facebook because there's absolutely no need for me to put any there.
Mm-hmm.
But there's good places to find comic creators and promote it on Facebook, so I'll happily use it for that. And not only that, but Facebook advertisements are really good for promoting comics. Or
I don't know. I keep like getting mixed like perceptions when it comes to that. What makes it like benefit from your perspective?
because you can set on what the intention of the ad is. So if you have your campaign going on crowdfunding, you can make sure that the goal of the ad is for people to click the link on it. So it's not just about likes or getting new views on it. It's just to get a click on your link, you know?
Okay, so a regular CPM
Yeah. And
or PCC.
yeah. And Instagram is even better at it because it's a visual one. So especially for comics, like if you do Instagram ads with like a trailer video of your campaign, oh man, you can get some serious money out of that and a serious amount of views. So yeah, it's worth putting money into, but you're going to be looking at least 100 euros to get some results. On the other hand, you can easily make those 100 euros back because we're talking like 300-400 clicks a day.
It's still like a bit steep. Like it is gas when put into like crypto terms.
Yeah, it
Uh,
is.
but yeah, I can mention that the payout will be great. But have you heard like any like obstacles met with like other creators using that same method. And when I say other creators, I mean in specifics the creators that do not like appeal to an all ages group, or genres that are not as like popular in like a majority.
No, but what I find is that a lot of people um go for like $5 ad, for 30 days, and they get like 10 clicks, um or they get like 10 views a day. And you do have to see it as an advertising campaign,
Mm-hmm.
and so a lot of people will undersell it, and so they're gonna be like, yeah, it didn't work for me, and I'm like, yeah, but how much did you actually put into it?
Okay, so it's more like an investment sort of like deal. Like the higher the investment, the more it insensitizes the
Yeah,
ad, or like the added value of the ad will be exponential. Because
yeah. So
if like go for like small like investments, it will evidently not reach a lot of audience,
yeah,
because you will like you'll be like probably like an expectation that it will be like gaining like 100 or 1,000 clicks by simply investing in that little of an amount of money, right?
yeah, that's what it comes down to, and they tell you up front,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But I ran a 50 € ad for 10 days, um, for the pre-launch page for Love and Cora, and I got like 1,200 clicks. And out of those 1,200, like 20 people signed up, but that is still 20 people that were interested enough to submit their email to my email list.
Mm-hmm.
And out of those 20, there's been 4 that actually backed, and those are complete strangers. So that's four new complete strangers that backed my book.
Okay.
And yeah, that feels like it may be not worth the trade, but if I deliver, they're going to be back. They're still on my email list, and I keep them updated and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's cool. And I've seen success stories of Kickstarters and Indiegogo campaigns that just went ham on the Facebook advertising, spent like $1,200 and made 5 figures. Because they just focused on ads.
Yeah. All right.
But you gotta invest it. It's the same as having an advertising agency help you with your crowdfunder. The
Mm-hmm.
ones that will help you from before you launch, not the ones that try and get your money after you launch. Why is there only one? Okay, so I put 2 3s over here, and then down here there is only one in the pencils. God damn it! See, this is how far out of comics I've been for a while.
Yeah,
Right?
like when it dropped the ball in continuity errors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. I get worried about that too. Sometimes I like forget that one of the characters, like the main characters, don't smoke. So
Ah.
and when I start like to like think about writing them or something like that, and they immediately have like a cigarette, I'm like, no, this is wholly against the principle of the character for you to be doing. Come on, stop. So like certain traits and all this stuff, crosswires, I had completely forgot about a last name of like a major family that I was writing for. And I'm like, dude, what's the name? It's from like that series that I got inspired of on Netflix. And I'm like, shit. And I tried to like pull like twist that into my own, and I'm like, fuck, can't find it out. Oh, it was that.
Yeah.
It'd be like that sometimes.
It do. Well.
So if
Skill, yeah. Hmm?
so, when it comes to like Life of Korra, do you envision yourself that you'll be creating an omnibus?
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna go for trades as well. Probably hardcovers even. But I'm thinking on how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I also want to make like an encyclopedia of all the creatures in there. Because there's a lot more than actually show up in the comics usually.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm thinking of combining them so you get like uh the what is it, 120 something pages that the series is so far, with a lot of world building and getting like 30 extra pages worth of fluff.
Oh yeah.
So I'm still figuring it out. I want to be able to start working on Love and Korra 5 first, and I might do it in between 4 and 5, the campaign, like for a trade.
Mm-hmm.
Um, or I'll do it afterwards. It depends on how quickly I can finish 5, really. Because yeah, I started storyboarding yesterday, so like it's done is not even close.
I can definitely feel that. When you got something of like a work that is heavily expansive and you like want to get into the content, but you can't really make it a story in a sense. It is it is a bit of a treat to like see creators go more in like in depth of like an archive entry or like an
Yeah,
encyclopedic entry or bestiary entry, or location reviews and
yeah.
stuff. Like one of my favorite comics from like my childhood was Monsterology, and
Hmm.
like between um, I think it was like slapped like in the middle of the comic itself. There was like a analysis of like the techniques that what they would call like monster tamers.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
they,
Cool.
they they had like hand gestures and like sigils
Hmm.
and stuff, and different different just house objects that would be acting like as a acting out as a like uh, a capturing device. One of the like
A trap.
things that, yeah, not a trap, but like a container. So
Oh, okay.
it really played into like the sensibility because I really felt that like it could be played into like the imagination. Like you
Hmm.
going down the basement and you see like a couple like strawberry jars, like empty strawberry jars and stuff, and you could like play it that there are monsters captured inside of them because like in the
Ah, yeah.
series it really plays onto the like the reality aspect of it, and it was just like this was great because you could use that to your own creative play,
Hmm.
and that captures like children's imagination in a way that I look
Yeah.
back into. So like using simple objects like that has always been like my preferred thing. I'm not fancied by like weapons and swords and all that stuff, but
Yeah.
just the simple things really, and if you write the rules around it to be such,
Hmm.
it could be interesting to say the least.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like for me, world building is mainly my writers just doing their own thing, and me editing it to make it work in the world.
Mm.
So I'll do creature design streams or sessions on it. But there's a lot you don't see in the comic itself because there's no need. And it would be fun to expand that world a bit more for the reader.
Mm.
And yeah, I could. I'm probably gonna do that in volumes, and then add like 20 extra pages to the whole thing.
But would you go for like a graphic illustrator gig then when doing that?
Yeah. It's like I would go black and white probably, and make it look more like someone doing the rough sketches of things they found, you know, and probably more realistic depictions of the creatures.
Yeah, like a journeyman who's like doing log
Yeah,
entries, right?
yeah, and you know, make it a little more scientific. Make it feel like someone is like um um they're looking at the fauna, like the first settlers on the Caribbean, and they're looking at the fauna of the creatures there, you know, and
Hmm.
making quick sketches of those.
Yeah, that is probably one of my favorite additions when it comes to the manga and anime Made in Abyss. It has like
Yes.
a couple like small pages within like the end of the chapter or something where they show either um, cave splunker like the splunkers like dishes and stuff that they cook based on the
Yeah.
ecology that exists within the sphere, or notes on fauna that they've observed.
Mm-hmm.
Just like not over the top like a scientific like name or stuff like that, but they know general like things to avoid in it, and then they give like a danger level, like
Yeah.
1 to 5 stars.
Yeah.
It's
I should catch up on Made in Abyss again. Man, it's been a while
Do you read
since
the
I
manga
read it.
or
I watched the anime. I loved it.
yeah?
And then I checked out the manga because I wanted to see more.
Hmm.
Because I think the anime is discontinued, isn't it?
It recently had a movie because
Oh,
they didn't want to like make it a season, so instead they wanted to make a movie with like the third or like the fourth layer, where they
oh
introduced
okay.
Bone Druid.
Huh.
So there's like an almost like 2 hour movie out there. Uh,
Cool. I have to look into that.
it
But
just got
yeah.
released earlier this year.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it's when I get the time to watch things is usually the problem.
Oh, dude! When I mentioned like the postman coming up with my comics, dude, I got like three shelves now just stacked full of like unread stuff. I'm feeling a bit
Yeah.
bad being behind. I got like not only uh, not only manga, but I got a couple of like Western comics too, like
Hmm.
indie works. One of them is like the most like egregious, disgusting book called Prison Pit. Have you heard about it?
Uh, no, I have not, but I can kind of imagine.
It's like unrivaled and rival as hell. It is piss gore shit, all like in funny caricatures, but it's like a dog eat dog world,
Ah, okay.
and it's just like full of the most horrific shit that you'll ever see put on print. It's like 700 pages or so,
Wow.
and you collect it into like a hardbound book by Fantagraphics. It's great. Um,
Nice.
so if you got like if you've eaten and you feel like you want to like purge yourself, you should probably just like pick. Then I had like I got like this other book that I should be reading. It's called Park Bench or The Park Bench by Kabate. He's a French comics creator. It's a silent comic, so anyone can pick it up.
Hmm.
And it's like its premise is basically just a park bench and the people that come and go
Okay.
to visit it. I kind of like those kind of comics too, because
Yeah, a bit more experimental, you know, having a very quiet narrative, but yeah, those are awesome.
not only a quiet like silent narrative to it, but it's more like it's sort of like the life that people give to the bench becomes the life within the bench itself. Like, so
Ah, yeah.
by just following the perspective of a bench, we can see like the day to day
Mhm.
existence of it, and then you start to like feel sympathy for the fucking bench because it like I guess it's a spoiler. Like, it gets decommissioned.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a bench, like at some point.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Pe-
yeah, but I like those things. Yeah, they're fun. You know, they get out of the mold.
And unlike his other book, the one that Cabotet did, or Chabotet, I can't pronounce the French last names. He made another comic called Alone, and it's about this this deformed guy
Hmm.
living alone inside of a lighthouse in the middle of fucking nowhere in the ocean.
That kind of reminds me of Glenn Fleming's Hatch. You know, the guy
Yeah,
living
that
on
does sound like
Mars.
Ash, doesn't it?
Yeah, in a good way though. I love those kinds. They're
Yeah.
so much fun.
There's another creator called Dave Hingley. I don't know if you've crossed paths with him, but he's like writing a comic called Space Crash.
Seen Space Crash come around, but no, I don't think I've talked to him before.
Yeah, he browses around like AAA, the Discord that we're in, and he just released issue 2. So he's more like,
Nice.
I think that you will like him because his work is um, his work is like silent, but in the sense
Mhm.
that he's got like a wandering lost astronaut wandering
Mhm.
throughout different worlds and stuff, like ice monsters and this
Ah,
dino
yeah.
dog and all that shit. I loved it. The first issue was great. I edited partially, like a little bit on it,
Cool.
and I'm considering to like ask him for issue 2, but I want to like wait till he's released like at least 3 or 4 of them.
That's awesome, man. Well, yeah, but like uh, that kind of inspirations and depth is something that we just need more of, you know? And that's something I'll always advocate for. Like, yeah, fucking break that mold. Enjoy the thing you want to enjoy.
Yeah, that is sort of like the downside when it comes to especially like the US scene, in that they don't embrace the art form as they do want to,
Yeah,
but that is like to wholly look at from a competitive lens. When
yeah.
I enjoy well, like when I consume American comics, it's usually through like the smaller presses like Fantagraphics or Drawn and Quarterly up in Canada,
Hmm.
or Denpa Press, which releases now non-conforming, unorthodox like releases of manga that we haven't seen yet.
Cool.
Um, so like when I listen to people complaining about like, oh, there isn't a lot of breadth, or there isn't a lot of diversity when it comes to comics,
Yeah.
usually they're like what is it called, like those horse shaders, horse blinders.
Yeah, no, it's them not wanting to look to the lighter raft.
Mm-hmm. So they exist, and when they like reference to Dark Horse or Image, yes, they're in the
Hmm.
vicinity, but there are still other people out there that are working with indie comics, and to
Yeah.
their own success, and to like following their own horns and all that stuff. But it's about like filling in the gap too. If you feel that you have a story, just like go out and get out there and publish it if you want to.
Yeah.
I bet that there is a chance for you to publish at Alterna if they do have an open position to accept submissions or
Uh,
such. But
well, yeah. Like I respect Pete Samedi for everything he does. But I would never submit to Alterna um, yeah, no, I don't know.
Really, that is interesting. Would you like to elaborate?
Um, because I really enjoy what I'm doing, and I think I'm doing the right thing doing it on my own.
I can
And
see that.
so, yes, he could probably hold it, but I would rather have someone I'm more familiar with, like Randy with Arrow 4.0,
Mm-hmm.
than I would submit it to Pete, who I'm less familiar with, who has a lot more going on, and so will be less caring or have not as much ability to care about my IP as a smaller publisher like Randy or myself could.
That is the benefit of Arrow comics. I'm not gonna suck their
Mm-hmm.
dick right now, but it's it is generally a benefactor of being small in that regard.
Yes.
So that they'll pay more attention to you, or like they'll pay more attention to the work that they're publishing in order to strive for the quote unquote like excellence that that has been like reiterated by Randy over times
Yeah.
because it's all about like the art. The art is going to
Yeah.
speak for us, and hearing that he's putting dedication into wanting to see work not only succeed but also being published that deserves recognition like that. He also projects like he's got a genuine interest in like peak curiosity when it comes
Yeah.
to not only the art but also the artist. So when it comes to, for example, like Pete, he's running a small time, not a small time, but he's running a successful publishing company that has got like a lot of balls in the air, and that kind of like divides the attention that he's got to like put into himself or put onto something. So he's got to
Yeah.
trust wholesale that the people that he's hiring at the deliver, and then it becomes more like a on time manner and stuff. Like
Yeah.
when you see companies like grow exponentially over years, and at the same time start to hire more and more people, they start to like change their identity change.
Yeah, and you know that's a normal thing that I don't think is a bad thing. But for
No, it's natural.
like for rookies like ourselves, you want the smaller things, you know. You want someone that looks at your IP and goes, "Yes, I think as a curator that this is worth for me for the world to see." And that is why I'm more likely to submit. Like I told Randy, like, hey, if you want to hold Live from Cora, I would definitely not be against that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, like, well, I'm not saying no, but right now my hands are tied, you know, with everything we got going on. I'm like, yeah, no, 100%, you know. And I'm gonna keep making Live from Cora anyway. And if you're ever interested or want to expand, hit me up, and we'll get going, you know, because well, Pete has been doing it for 15 years. Randy has been doing it for like 40, you know?
Yep. He's
And
got like the ins and outs and all the expertise that he needs like for a small operation like this.
yes, exactly. And as a rookie, that is just
Gold
way
mine.
more. What?
Gold mine.
What?
Gold mine.
Where? What? I'm
No, it's a gold mine. You got the expertise ready to serve you, and you have like a trusting figure that could do it or
yeah,
pull it
no,
off.
exactly. You know, and that is that is worth its weight in gold. Simple
Mm.
as that. Yeah. And so yeah, I would probably submit to Randy if he ever opens up for it. And you know he's interested. He just doesn't have the time. So and I'm not gonna push him. because I'm too busy working on my own thing anyway. But yeah, he's especially with the Indie World Revolt, it's just been awesome to see what he or what kind of roster of artists he managed to get together.
Yeah,
Seriously.
there's a fun bunch that got
Oh
involved
yeah.
into it, and not only with with like putting focus into like expertise or like experience or whatever, but he's got like like a diverse range of creators that are influenced by a lot of different things from different periods.
Yeah.
Like Glenn Fleming, for instance, one of the older creators on that on Revolt.
Hmm.
He's bringing a flair in and inspiration from what he's observed and what he's taken into creating Hatchet and other stuff. While as
Yeah.
for Russ, he's bringing in his take on Golden Age, Silver Age comics.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
It-
I'm butchering it up when it comes to like the
no, but
comics for me is not like a like that like segmented anymore, especially when modern comics has been like going on since the 80s. So I don't care.
yeah.
But he's bringing that flair and that old style that Marvel had in like in the 50s and 60s and shit. That's cool. Or his like inspiration is like obviously John Buscema and
Yeah.
and the like. And then you have like outliers that are completely like out there. The one I can't remember her name, but she's doing like a story with Odin and Mimer's well.
Um, you mean Daphne or no?
No. Daphne's working on a different project.
Yeah, no, I was about to say. No, I'm not entirely familiar with the entire list either. You know, I know you're in it. I know Marv is in it. Daphne, Russ, Glenn. But yeah, I'm not even familiar with the entire roster.
So I like to like water it down like in into the point that I want to make is that the true diversity that it like brings is that there's a lot of influence like artists that are influenced by different things, and those
Yeah,
influences they come into the forefront of creating a lot of short works or succinct works that shows that there is a lot of creators from different age ranges and different types and tastes
exactly.
that becomes more like a creative free like open range in a sense rather than to be like locked into doing one thing or one genre. One of the saddest things that I think is that the underground and indie market in the US has been shafted a lot of the credit for having to open a lot of the open the doors uh, to like make new IPs and shit. Like
Hmm.
TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, is an indie comic through and through that
Yeah,
was released through what was it called again? Thunder Comics or like that
yeah.
Mammoth comic?
But yeah,
Thunder Press.
yeah,
And then
and
they got like mainstream status and shit like that because it was but those are like one in a million or something
yeah, they
that
really
just
were.
takes off. So I don't know. Like also when it comes to things that really cement itself into popularity are extremely violent and gory, like The Crow, for
Yeah,
instance.
yeah. And they forget that indie comics are everything.
Yeah,
And sometimes it's not the shock value, but the lesson learned or the just the love for the medium that makes something the unique thing that it is.
yeah. If it's not like the message unfolding like deep, complex, like thought provoking
Yeah,
opinion or perspective on things, it's usually like goes like with art.
it
I
does.
I I got a huge affinity for like Art Spiegelman and his work and his like efforts when it came to like Raw magazine.
Mm-hmm.
because he really showed that comics could stretch out even further than it perceptually could be, back when nobody wanted to do that
Mm-hmm.
in other than like Zap Comics. Um, there's also a lot of the '90s creators that had their take and their own influences coming into play. In particular, like Charles Burns and um, Daniel Klaus and the like, and they
Mm-hmm.
went into like a more of like a autobiographical sort of like almost normal mundane type of like thing, but everything happened in the mind of the people. You had to like read it to actively pay attention and feel the dread. That
Yeah.
on the surface it feels very flat, but when you put that thing into context, it becomes like the worst nightmare that you can imagine.
Yeah. And that creative freedom is something that in mainstream comics is really hard to find.
Yeah, because it's commercial too,
Mm-hmm.
and that is like the that's what it placates to for the most part,
Yeah.
and that is like a I would say it's more like a changing world when it comes to like commercial art. Now that people can get access to talent, like across the world, and hire them
Mm-hmm.
for very low prices. I'm not gonna rag on any people that hire people from Indonesia, Philippines for cheap to get art, um, or South America. It's still
Yeah,
valid,
no.
and it still puts in a lot of excellence into delivering the thing that they want to see in full vision. Then again, that was not the main point that I was trying to make. The the thing is that uh, it's an ever-changing world, and like the way that print media has been slowly affected by the changes of like the digitization and um, the slow death of attention, because it's shifted over to like screens and stuff,
Yeah.
and that has created in of itself an economy that people are selling their stuff, because data is like oil nowadays, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
So it's troublesome to think that yeah, in my lifetime that print media could be dying because
Well,
everyone will be so
it's
hooked up to the
not.
screen.
Well, that's the thing. Not everyone wants print
No, it's
media.
a worst case scenario. I'm just like
Yeah.
I'm playing into the hyperbole here. It's that it's no doubt in my mind that people still want print. No, it will not die, but it will die in the collective consciousness in the sense of not serving them out of convenience. You know.
Um. Well, you're forgetting that the physical, like the reason that people keep reading physical media or looking at physical media is because if you're reading from a screen, you read differently. Like it's a completely different way of processing information, and um, like on a screen, you will read globally, and you will quickly glance over things and maybe grab half, and you fill in a lot more for yourself. Um, and that's where so many arguments and stuff come from, is because people read only half of what they're actually seeing being said.
Are you talking about on like in a general sense now, or are you talking about the comic or
No,
like
no, no.
the
In a
reading
general
experience?
sense, like
I disagree a little bit on that part.
no, it has been literally proven. Like you read in a different manner when you read from a screen. It's not that you process less. It's just that you read in a different way that makes you skim over words more easily. And on a physical medium, like a physical comic or a book, you will read linearly instead of globally. And that is,
Wait, you said linearly versus globally?
yeah. So instead of reading line for line, you read by skimming over it a lot more than you actually intend to, but it's a natural thing that your eyes will do. Because reading from a screen is very tiresome for your eyes, like incredibly tiresome.
Yeah, that much I can agree into, but I was thinking in the realms of like reading pace also being like a factor into it too. And when it comes to reading, especially when it comes to like text with screens, it's when you say like globally, it might be built into the systems that they're observing and they're perceiving things. Because if we want to like take a timeline, for instance, it becomes more like a log that is constantly being updated, and that fosters the or like cultivates it as well, being like that you will likely skim over content that is of no peculiar interest or doesn't hook you.
No, 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 no. When
Or
I'm
is it
talking
like
about,
a cognitive
I'm
neuropathical?
talking about the cognitive aspect of it. So if you have a paragraph to read on your screen, you will read through it a lot quicker and a lot less in depth because your eyes have less issues looking at the entire line and keeping it separate from the other ones.
Okay.
And so when you're reading a book, you have to pay more attention. So that's why you see a lot of people using their finger going line for line when reading a book, or, you know, and that is a lot less so on digital on digital text. And so you read and process things slightly differently. It's not that you process less; it's that it's literally a different way of reading the same text.
Yeah, I can concede to that, but there's also an element at play when it comes to consumer behavior into it.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I mean,
I would argue that when it comes to digital, it creates less of a cohesive experience because you're straining your concentration onto one thing, and it becomes very tiresome if you're not like if you don't spend day in and day out in front of a screen, like conditioning yourself into that kind of mode of analysis as the brain process a lot of that information.
well, I'm not talking about the God words.
I'm thinking a
The
little bit broad here in a sense, so I'm sliding you there, Mike. It's just that fuck, my media theory is just kicking in.
no, I mean it's not
Did you
about
have the
the
article, by the way, so I can like look at it?
so I'm not talking about the potential subject of the matter that you might be reading, whether on in a magazine or on the internet.
No, I'm
I'm
not talking
talking
about the content either. I'm talking
no, like
about literally the brain working now.
yeah, exactly. Let me scoot over to my PC and actually look it up because yeah, let me let's see. Uh, Cognitive differences between digitally versus.
It didn't so happen to like reference alpha waves.
Uh, no.
Okay.
Wait, what is it? Okay. Whoa, that is a lot of text.
I can deal with it.
Yeah. Let me put it in the private chat. So this is actually a full government thing.
Oh, it's an article from the
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Okay,
Oh,
here's
I
a little
see.
more.
I see now.
Here we go. This is a little more easy to follow, I think.
Oh no, I prefer the original text rather than articles like that.
Yeah, no, I agree. You know, because they're a lot easier. Like they're a lot more in depth. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it's um like it's the same reason. I will happily do a test of any kind on a piece of paper and have no issues with it whatsoever. But you put it on a screen for me, and I blank because I just don't follow the questions as well. You know,
Okay.
because yeah, you read it a lot differently.
Yeah, it discusses about the literacy and the changes and transformations that have become like prevalent in lieu of the in lieu of digital being like introduced
Hmm.
into the lives of kids, contrast to older people that might not have like the same cognitive uh, processes built on it. Because uh, one of the funny thing is that the funniest thing is that when you got young kids who are
Mm-hmm.
digitally native, they're going to be cognitively completely different from native immigrants or
Oh
migrators
yeah.
from like for digital. And um, I'm not going to like make myself like special, but I feel like I've got like a mix of both because I missed out on a lot of it as a kid, but I slowly captured like a lot of it back in my teenage years.
Well, yeah. I mean,
So
and
just like in in around like 20 years, when it comes to like a new generation, they'll be completely like enamored with like digital reality,
yeah,
and that could cognitively put them at an unease sort of when they're in contact with physical media.
yeah. Well, I mean, as far as I know, we're just about the same age. I mean, I'm nearly 28.
Yeah,
Um,
so they're 2 years older than me.
yeah, so like we're both from that age where we were the first people to have a computer in the school, you know, that had internet,
Yeah.
for example. So yeah, even though we didn't get it from, you know, our very early age, we are our brains were still developing while we were um working, like while this got introduced for us.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot easier for us to comprehend how things are progressing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Whereas our parents, or you know, well, our parents would probably be, you know, able to keep up at least slightly. But you know, even my mom is gonna have issues with a modern phone, you know,
Mm-hmm.
or the dangers of the internet. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
And we are just in that generation where the internet was the wild just landscape that um, still had to shape itself. So we know a little more about the dangers of the internet than our parents do,
Mm-hmm.
relatively. But on the other hand, um, we're also able to think differently from our parents, and have that little awesome mix of both being used to traditional media and digital media, and being able to do like the hybrid thing pretty much.
Yeah, because that would be like I think it will be a political move for some people into doing this in the future, in that they want to limit. Uh, it sounds like completely fucking bonkers. It sounds Amish at what I'm proposing right now,
Hmm.
but you wouldn't see it to be as far as like to be far off, in that there are parents probably that want to raise kids strictly on physical media or physical properties, and so
Oh
that
yeah.
they more or less get that built into their uh, into their neurological development and cognitive development before putting them in front of a screen, in a sense.
Well, yeah.
Because
Personally, I would probably do the same. You
mhm.
know, because I am from the generation where I go, yeah, if I were to give a 3-year-old kid access to my phone and a tablet or my PC, um, I'm putting a lot of danger on myself and the kid because they don't know what they're doing, you know. And then you see parents that will happily give their kid their phone to make them shut the fuck up, and
As a
it just makes them,
pacifier.
yeah, pretty much, you know.
Yeah.
And they will play games on there, and they don't think about the fact that playing games can mean that if you click an ad, you're going to pay money, and suddenly you have a 200 euro bill on your phone because they you didn't pay attention as a parent.
Well,
They're going to get,
then again,
yeah.
that would be like a that'll be on the parents too, in a sense, in that
Yes.
if they place so much trust in their phones into having like their the banking information, all that shit, all in autofill and all that stuff, I don't blame them if they're gonna pass the phone off to kid. You know,
No,
phones are
keep
literally
in
like,
mind, okay.
huh?
Keep in mind, if I want to get an app through Google Play,
Yeah,
um, and um, and I have to pay for it because it's an actually paid app, you know, then I can let it be paid through my phone bill. That is
yeah,
an
okay.
option that is automatically there. A kid doesn't think about that, you know.
No, and there's like several other things that they don't think about, like teenagers, like from like 14 to 15, probably don't think how much of their personal information are valuable and
Oh yeah.
and can be like put into misuse if they're like clicking away, especially when they find out when they find the seedier side of the web.
Oh
uh,
yeah.
I do worry about that, for that parents don't really take their time into schooling not only themselves but also schooling their kids into proper net etiquette.
Yeah. So, dear parents, just inform your kids to only go to Pornhub, please.
Please don't go
This
to
is
any.
this is your my PSA.
Don't go to any of the other sites that are going to be listed here and now.
Oh god. But yeah, no, you're completely right. It's um and like everything that we do on a daily basis gets put down somewhere,
Yeah, tracked and followed. I mean, if
and
not, yeah, go ahead.
and not a lot of it is actually malicious. Um, but that doesn't mean that you should not that you should provoke it, because there are plenty of places that, even though they're not intended as malicious, will have your information stored in a way where it will be used for malicious intent just by third parties.
Yeah, that is like the bad side when it comes to like cookie storage.
Yes, exactly.
So hash your passwords properly. Use completely like when you create accounts, make sure that you got the most outlandish fucking passwords and creative usernames, not like tied into any information.
Yep.
So if you call yourself nyrosterisdick@gmail.com and your password is cumsuckfuckzombies 65 _ $, go ahead. That was not like a proper that was not like a real username.
No, but it would be a damn good password.
Yeah, but just like mix it up with like leet speak.
Oh yeah, no, leet speak is awesome for passwords.
Yeah. So make sure that you randomize everything, and or if like you got a I don't know what software or shit like that was called, but it's essentially like you wave your mouse around and it like generates this unique like string.
Oh, cool.
So you can like put into your to like a bio ID or some shit like that. I don't remember, but I think it's a biometric code or something like that.
Cool. I didn't know about that. Oh man, I'm nearly done.
We've been at it for 2 hours and 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, I mean, I took a little break and I took a smoke here and there, so.
Here and there, like
well,
smoke everywhere.
Well, yeah, but you know,
we do not smoke shame here. Don't worry.
We do not smoke shame, but dear God, stop, please.
For your own sake and sanity, stop smoking.
No, believe me, for my sanity, I have to keep smoking until like 3 weeks after I quit. And then, you know, it's for my sanity to not keep smoking. But until then, yeah, no.
So are you of like that generation that got like into smoking in middle school, or?
Oh no. Like I didn't touch anything until I was 16. And then it went downhill really fast.
All 9 circles. Whoop!
Oh, yeah. No, seriously, the kind of parties I went to, holy crap. But, but no, like the way I got into fucking drinking and smoking is going to a bar with a couple, like, some fake friends and getting put down by a fucking biker dude who's 3 meters in all directions, giving me a smoke and a pint, going, yeah, these are going to be done in half an hour and I'll see you outside otherwise. So that's how that happened. You know, and from there it just went downhill, and, you know, parties, ecstasy, you know, all the fucking fun stuff.
See, fucking comics, they're leading to all the damn drugs in the fucking world. Fuck.
No. It was the other way around, man. Fear and loathing in Las Vegas all the way.
Great shit.
Nah, just be responsible. Kids, don't smoke. Don't drink. Trust me, just don't drink. It's worse than smoking.
Don't drink. Don't drink and smoke. Save your cash for making comics. I bet you'll get more long-term investment from that.
Oh, yes. And a lot more fun too.
That was literally the whole like gambit that I had to go through, like through university. I constantly spend cash on comics and my business or like my startup shit, so that I didn't fall into like that whole like rabbit hole of drinking myself every goddamn weekend.
Well, like,
I mean, it's fucking expensive, dude. Do you know the prices over here in my country?
For a pint?
Not only for pint, but for fucking cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
You pay like 22 fucking euros for a pack of smokes. It's insane.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I my pack of 60-gram rolling tobacco is $14.40. So like, holy crap, that is nearly double, and
Well, that's
that's
a
for
prime
normal
shit.
SIGs.
That's just prime. If you go normal SIGs, that's like 18.
Yeah,
18 for 10 sticks? What the fuck?
whoa, our most expensive packets are like 30 cigarettes for 15 euros or something.
Yeah. And for like pints when you go out, fuck, like just under half a liter, it's like, I don't know, 8-9 euros.
Oh damn. Okay, the Netherlands is cheap apparently.
And when it comes to like 0.6 liters, then it becomes 100 kroners, which will be like around 10-11 euros.
Wow, dude.
So it's almost like flat rate at that point, and it becomes like
Yeah.
it's just shit. Like the drinking culture is shit. Everything is controlled by the monopoly because there's like this monopoly shop that controls like the
Mhm.
whole. So if you want anything stronger than 10%, you got to go to that store.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like you can only get it to like up to like 4.7 or 4.8 in regular
Hmm.
stores before you have to like buy import or breweries that are like they got like higher alcohol percentages uh, through like strict regulation. It's bullshit.
Hmm. Now, in the Netherlands, you can get like anything from beer and wine and some mixed drinks at your supermarket, with the normal stuff. And then you actually have to go to a liquor store to get anything worse.
Yeah, that's not like a choice. It's either the grocery store or it's the monopoly like liquor store because there is no independent liquor stores here. So
Yeah.
it fucking blows. And besides, they're like expensive as shit. Like I want. I don't want to pay for a yellow. I don't want to pay 10-11 euros for a yellowtail. What the fuck, man? I mean, sure, it's wine, but still, it's not fun.
No, like that's not worth my time, for sure.
Like, why? And if there's like and not only cigarettes is the it's the other fucking thing, chewing tobacco, which is popular too.
Oh no, like that's completely illegal here.
Oh, is it? Is it because
Yeah.
of the nicotine?
No, 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 no. Like chewing tobacco is just it literally causes your skin and flesh to break down.
Hmm.
So like it if you do it constantly enough, um, you will literally get holes in your face. So
Are you sure
that
that
is
is in a sense? I don't know.
no, that's actually just chewing tobacco.
I don't know.
So like smoking is highly advocated against. It's not cool. And I agree. Like I
Oh
may be a
yeah, I
very
think that's across the board, like all over the place now. They don't
yeah,
want smoking.
and I agree. I don't like the fact that I smoke. I don't like smoking. I'm just very fucking addicted to it.
But it suits you, like it brings you down because of like the pressures and stress and shit. So it's great to get like that blood circulation slowing a little bit down, but at the same
Yeah,
time,
but
that's
it's just not good for you. And I'm
yeah.
killing myself with it. Where finally life is at a point where I am enjoying myself thoroughly. So
Mm-hmm.
why would I?
Oh yeah,
But
now that you
yeah,
got the rack up there, it looks great now.
I know. I love it.
Now it looks like both the background, but also like a touchable, so you can like stretch out behind it and you like point out, yeah, I made these fuckers.
Yes, I fucking made these. Well, except for these couple, but I love those comics, so they're up there as well. Because I love to advocate for my friends.
That is great stuff.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, we've been at it for a while, yeah. Well, I'm done eating, you know. I feel fine with just hanging out for a bit more. I don't care.
Oh yeah, I just gotta go take a piss. I'm fucking dying to
Yes,
pee.
very important. Let's see. Anything going on? Let's see. Oh, we got 3 viewers now. Awesome. Welcome, guys. Feel free to hang out in the stream. I finished inking just now. We're just hanging out, really. So the StreamYard link is pinned in the chat. And yeah, come say hi.
Man, it almost feels like a personal call rather than a stream, but okay.
Well, at this point, yeah. But yeah, no.
Not to diss anyone who's watching, okay?
You know, I just like hanging out with people. That's usually when I'm drawing. Like, I'll open up the StreamYard link and just, you know, fucking hang out.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. The page is pretty much done, so I just gotta scan it and. Oh, it's nearly 4. I'm actually gonna go over to Brian Kimorris's whatchamacallit. Never mind the furthermore.
Oh yeah, that's today, right? I don't regularly watch, so but I know I'm aware of it.
Yeah, it's fun because he allows everyone to advertise on the stream. So like especially on Facebook, you can add the link and everything, but he will just it's a back and forth with the chat, you know. So the chat says things and he replies to it, and it's for like 2 hours. And if you advertise your thing, he's got to be like giving a good word about it, you know. And Brian is just an awesome guy. So yeah, it's worth going over there, guys. You know.
Yeah, the few times that I've seen him or like interacted with him, he's been like very silent or observant when it comes to like in Indie Vault for the most part.
Yeah, because like he was on the Continuum thing, Comics Continuum thing, and he was like we got to talk about that in a green room at some point, and he was like, "Yeah, I didn't know what to say." Like he actually got shut up by all the shit that happened.
Really?
So yeah, no, like he was like, "Oh my god, how much more to this story is there?" You know. So that is why he looks so silent, but really he's a really talkative and fun guy if you get to know him.
Okay. Yeah, I really need to get into that unearthed terraforming comics stuff.
Yeah, it's worth looking into. It's something else, and it's a good warning. If not a lesson, then it's a good warning.
Yeah, it's like what you call a postage sign that says beware, there might here be psychopaths.
Yeah, exactly. It's really that bad. But yeah, no, it's never mind the furthermore is a lot of fun. You know, it's a morning show, so it's our time. You know, we can actually just hang out in the stream, and he does all kinds of fun stuff, and the chat is awesome. Seriously, it's super supportive.
if the net don't act bonkers on me again. I've been having a lot of problems with that shit. So yeah,
Oh,
I don't know, for some reason. Yeah, I get like the worst connection delays.
hmm.
Uh, and I'm on 5G. And well, maybe I should probably get my corona vaccine so I could neural sync with the internet now. I
Yeah,
can't
I
wait
mean,
for it.
I got my 5, and I gotta admit, the connection is great, man.
Have you experienced any growth of cat ears?
No, but I did get sick for one day. They had to calibrate and everything. I just had to spend the day in bed, and afterwards I felt amazing.
I see.
Um,
I see.
there of course there's the little voice in the back of your head going, one of
One
us.
of
But
us.
you get
One of
used to
us.
it, and
Oh man, it would feel great. You know the. I don't know if you played Dead Space.
uh, no, there are very few games that I actually played. I know a
All right.
lot, but I rarely play.
So in the sequel, Dead Space 2, there's like the scene that you start with the protagonist, and they're in like an eye operation room.
Oh yeah.
They're like the needle injector getting down into
Uh,
your eye. Holy fucking shit! I'm imagining that being like the corona vaccine. I don't know
oh
for some reason.
no,
Yeah,
it's
Johnny, I agree. No cat ears. That's a
yeah.
damn shame. I hope that I will get the Pfizer vaccine on the second shot, so that I can experience that Elon Musk growth.
Oh yeah. I went for Johnson, so I only had to go once.
Oh,
But I'm a little less protected. But as a 28-year-old guy, who am I to care?
I was.
But I don't
I
want to
thought you.
spread it mainly.
Oh
That
yeah.
that is my that is why I mainly took it since I'm a mover as a side job. I have like over half the people that I work for. The customers. They're usually over 60 to 80 or 90. I
Yeah.
can't afford to take that kind of risk at my job.
Yeah.
And um, yeah, it's if you don't do it for yourself, do it for the people around you. And
Mm-hmm.
keep in mind, like even young people can get lasting problems from it. So you
Respiratory
know,
problems,
oh yeah.
complications when it comes to like swallowing, and not that kind of swallowing. Get your head out of the gutter. Fuck's sake.
Well, no, but
But there's a lot of like it damages like the lungs in particular. And
it
if you
look
thought smoking was bad,
yeah, no, like it will literally look like you swallowed glass.
hmm
Like it's that bad.
yeah.
So guys, seriously, just
Hello to you,
dude.
Past Vincent.
Hey, how's it going, pops? We're pretty much wrapping up. I'm gonna hop over to Nevermind the Furthermore, and yeah, I'll see people there, I guess. Take it easy, lovelies. Check out Love and Cora, Indie Man on Indiegogo right now. One backer away from the next stretch goal. Check out the Twisted Fairy Tales, which was this stream's subject while I was inking until like 5 minutes ago. And check out The Sin Killer by Marv V, also on Indiegogo. The Incantessi by Rich Perrotta on Kickstarter. Sunrise Blossom by Nina Eberline on Indiegogo as well. Who else is there? You got any suggestions?
Yeah, the AAA creators. Check out the 9-volt anthology on lulu.com. We're rolling up right now with the fourth installment or the third entry, which is
Cool.
manga. So we're going to be hitting the presses on that next week, and it will be expected to
Nice.
be released in late July. So pick your ears for the 9-volt manga anthology, and I'll be seeing you there in the funny pages. Also, check out Indie Volt Radio if you're interested to hear any more of our opinions and our
or harassment against old people, new people, like every kind of people, really.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, I'll be there on Thursdays during the Breakfast Buzz, and I'll probably see Mike Jimmy on the Sunday Funnies.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not going to be able to join the Breakfast Buzz this Thursday. I love joining that, but I'm going to be working. So, yeah, it's like I love the Indie Fold guys. They're awesome.
Yeah, and that's about it for me at least.
Yeah,
Want to take us out?
yeah. Take it easy, lovelies. Stay awesome.
See ya.
And buy comic books, especially ours.
Yes.